morning everyone. This is G. Vishnumurthy, contract lecturer in Government Degree College for Women, Vanaparthi. Today my topic is thermodynamic potentials. This thermodynamic potentials is covered in the third semester in second year. There are the four thermodynamic potentials are there. So those are called as internal energy, second one Helmholtz function, third one enthalpy, and last one Gibbs function. Now we are going to first one, that is internal energy. The internal energy, it is denoted by capital U, is defined as the total energy of a system, that is it is the total kinetic energy and the potential energy of the atoms and the molecules of the system of all kinds that can be transferred directly as a heat. The value of internal energy, capital U, can only be changed if the system causes to be isolated. Otherwise, it is not remains constant. And the internal energy is a function of volume, that is denoted by capital V, and entropy, that is denoted by capital S, and physical significance of internal energy is the capacity to do work plus the capacity to release the heat. That means the internal energy is completely depending upon the volume of the system as well as the entropy of the system. Now we are going to derive the equation for the internal energy. For the derivation of the internal energy, let us consider the thermodynamics first law, that is dq is equals to du plus dw. But we know that this is the first law of thermodynamics, and we know that dw is equals to pdv. Then we will substitute in this equation. Therefore we got as dq is equals to du plus pdv. So this is the equation number 2 and this is the equation number 1. Now for the second thermodynamics law, we have dq is equals to TDS. Now we will substituting this TDS into equation number 2. So we will got TDS is equals to du plus PdV. So therefore from this equation we will solve du is equals to TDS minus PdV. So this is called as the equation for the internal energy. That is, we will write as U is equals to S minus V. Also equation for the internal energy. But the internal energy will change. So that's why the variation in the internal energy is equals to TDS minus PdV. So this is called as the internal equation, and also this equation is called as the first thermodynamic potential. Now second one, that is Helmholtz function. The Helmholtz function is denoted by capital F, and F means the Helmholtz function. So now we will finding the Helmholtz function. So from the first and second law of thermodynamics, the internal energy of the system we will write as du is equals to TDS minus PdV. This is considering as equation number 1. Now consider a pressure in which the system exchange heat with surroundings and thereby maintain the temperature at constant. So therefore the TDS is written as d of Ts, because here the temperature is remains constant. So therefore we will substitute this d of Ts into this equation. So therefore we got du is equals d of Ts minus PdV. So from this equation we write as du minus d of Ts is equals to minus PdV. So therefore we will write as, we will take the common as d differentiation, that is u minus Ts is equals to minus PdV. We will write as df is equals to minus PdV, or f is equals to u minus Ts. So this is called as the Helmholtz function. So that is f is equals to u minus Ts. Okay, so let us consider this is the equation number 2. Then the work done of a system is decreasing the Helmholtz function. That means we will write as df is equals to minus dw. That means the work done of a system is decreasing the Helmholtz function. Now here the minus is indicating the decreasing the Helmholtz function, because dw is equals to minus df. Okay, so therefore now we are taking the differentiation on both sides. So therefore we have df is equals to d of u minus Ts. Therefore we will write as df is equals to du minus Tds minus s into dt. So this is the equation number 3. So from the TdS equation we will write as du is equals to Tds minus PdV. So from the equation number 1 we will write as du is equals to Tds minus PdV. So therefore df is equals to Tds minus PdV minus Tds minus sdt. So here the minus Tds and plus Tds are remains cancel. So therefore we got df is equals to minus PdV minus sdt, or it will write as df is equals to, we will taking the minus as common, so therefore PdV plus sdt. So this is called as the second thermodynamic potential, and also it is called as the enthalpy, or variation or change in the enthalpy is equals to minus of PdV plus sdt. Okay, and for third one, that is third potential, is called as the enthalpy. So enthalpy is denoted with the capital H, and the enthalpy is equal to the sum of total internal energy and work done. So therefore we will write as H is equals to U plus W, because from the definition of the enthalpy, the sum of the internal energy as well as the work done. So we know that W is equals to PV, then we will substitute in this equation. Therefore we got as H is equals to U plus PV. Let us consider this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. Now taking the differentiation on both sides of the equation number 2, then we got as dH is equals to du plus PdV plus VdP. Okay, so this is the equation number 3, and we know that from the internal energy du is equals to Tds minus PdV. Now we will substitute this internal energy into equation number 3. Then we got as dH is equals to Tds minus PdV plus PdV plus VDP. Then plus PDV minus PDV is both are cancelled. So therefore we got as dH is equals to TdS plus VDP. This is the enthalpy equation, and also this equation is called as the third thermodynamic potential. Third thermodynamic potential. Now we are going to last one, that is called as the Gibbs function. Gibbs function. So this Gibbs function is denoted by capital G. So we want to derive the equation for the Gibbs function. That's why we will considering as enthalpy equation, that is dH is equals to TdS plus VDP. This is the taking as equation number 1. Now we are putting as TdS is equals to D of Ts. So where temperature and pressure are the constant values. So therefore we will write as dH is equals to D of Ts plus VDP. But here we will considering as P is the constant, that's why this is going to 0. So therefore we will write as dH is equals to D of Ts. Now dH minus D of Ts is equals to 0. Or now we will removing this differentiation. So therefore we got as H minus Ts is equals to constant. Let us taking as H minus Ts is equals to, that constant is called as the Gibbs function. So therefore we will write as G is equals to H minus Ts. Now taking the differentiation on both sides, therefore we got dG is equals to dH minus TdS minus SdT. Now we are substituting TdS or dH value into this equation. Then we got D of G is equals to dH is equals to TdS plus VDP minus TdS minus SdT. So minus TdS plus TdS is cancelled. So therefore we got dG is equals to VDP minus SdT. I'm extremely sorry. SdT. So this is called as the Gibbs function. So this is also called as the fourth thermodynamic potential. So this is the internal energy, that is dU is equals to TdS minus PdV, and enthalpy, that is dF is equals to minus of PdV plus SdT. And now this is the Helmholtz function, and this is the enthalpy, dH is equals to TdS plus VDP, and last one is Gibbs function, that is dG is equals to VDP minus SdT. So these four are called as the thermodynamic potential. Now we are going to Maxwell equations. So for the Maxwell equation, let us consider the change in the internal energy, that is du is equals to TdS minus PdV. This is the equation number 1. Now taking the partial differentiation of equation number 1 with respect to S at constant volume V. Okay, taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1 with respect to S at constant volume V. So therefore we will write as dou U by dou S is equals to T, because here at constant V the dv is going to 0, and here dou s by dou s is equals to 1. Now let us taking this is the equation number 2, and again we will taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1 with respect to v at taking the constant as entropy s. So therefore we got as dou u by dou v at s. Now here at v is equals to minus p. So this is the equation number 3. Now from the equation number 2 and equation number 3 we will making the perfect differentiation. So that's why we will considering as dou u by dou s at v is equals to dou u by dou v at s. This is the equation number 4. Now we will converting this equation number 4 into perfect differentiation. That's why we will taking as dou by dou v of dou u by dou s at v is equals to dou by dou s of dou u by dou v at s. So now we are substituting dou by dou v of dou u by dou s at s is equals to minus p. Okay, so sorry, dou u by dou s at v, dou u by dou s at v is equals to t is equals to dou by dou s of dou u by dou v at s is equals to minus p. So here you putting as at constant s, and here we will putting at constant v. So therefore we got as dou t by dou v at s is equals to minus dou p by dou s at v. So this is called as the first Maxwell thermodynamics equation, or when we reverse the equation then we got as dou v by dou t at s is equals to minus of dou s by dou p at v. So this is also called as the Maxwell's first thermodynamics relation. Okay, so this is the first one, and we are going to derive the second Maxwell equation. For the second Maxwell equation, let us consider the change in the Helmholtz function. So that is taking as df is equals to minus of pdv plus sdt. Now we have minus of pdv minus sdt is equals to df. This is the equation number 1. Now taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1. So therefore we have first term we will taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1 at constant temperature T with respect to V. So therefore we have dou F by dou V at constant temperature T is equals to, we got only minus P, because here dt is equals to 0 and here dou V by dou V is equals to 1. So let us taking, this is the equation number 2, and now we will taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1 with respect to T and at constant volume V. So therefore we got dou F by dou T at V is equals to minus S. This is the equation number 3. From equation number 2 and equation number 3 we will converting these two into perfect differentiation. That's why we will equating. So dou F by dou V at T is equals to dou F by dou T at V. Now we will converting this into perfect differentiation. That's why dou by dou T of dou F by dou V at T is equals to dou by dou V of dou F by dou T at V. So we will substituting dou F by dou V value and dou F by dou T value. Then we got as dou by dou T of minus P at V is equals to dou by dou V of minus S at T. So therefore minus dou P by dou T at V is equals to minus dou S by dou V at T. So now we will removing the minus on both sides of the equation. Then we got as dou P by dou T at V at V is equals to dou S by dou V at T. So this is called as the Maxwell second relation, or we will reverse this equation. Therefore we got as dou T by dou P at V is equals to dou S by dou V at T. So these two equations are called as the Maxwell second equation. Now we are going to third one. For the third one, we will taking the change in the enthalpy. So that is denoted with dH is equals to TdS plus VdP. So now we will taking the partial differentiation on both sides of this equation number 1 with respect to S at taking the constant pressure P. So therefore dou H by dou S at constant pressure P is equals to T, because here dP is equals to 0. Now ds by ds is equals to 1, taking the equation number 2, and again we will taking the partial differentiation about the equation number 1 with respect to P at taking the constant to S. So therefore we got as dou H by dou P at S is equals to V. This is the equation number 3. So for the perfect differentiation, we will equating the equation number 2 with the equation number 3. So therefore dou H by dou S at P is equals to dou H by dou P at S. So now we will converting this into perfect differentiation. That's why we will taking as dou by dou P of dou H by dou S at P is equals to dou by dou S of dou H by dou P at S. Now we will substituting this value and this value. Then we got as dou by dou P of T at S is equals to dou by dou S of V at P. So therefore dou T by dou P at S is equals to dou V by dou S at P. So this is called as the third Maxwell relation. Or now we will reversing this. Then we got as dou P by dou T at S is equals to dou S by dou V at P. This is also called as the thermodynamics Maxwell third relation. Now we are going to fourth relation. For the fourth relation, we will considering as change in the Gibbs function. So that is denoted with dg is equals to vdp minus sdt. So this is the equation number 1. Now we are taking the partial differentiation with respect to P at constant temperature T on the both sides of the equation number 1. That's why we got as dou G by dou P at T is equals to V, because here Tt is equals to 0. Now this is the equation number 2, and now we will taking the partial differentiation on both sides of the equation number 1 with respect to temperature T and taking the constant pressure P. So that is dou G by dou T at P is equals to minus S, because here dou P is equals to 0. So for the perfect differentiation, we will equating the equation number 2 with the equation number 3. So therefore dou G by dou P at T is equals to dou G by dou T at P. Now dou by dou T of dou G by dou P at T is equals to dou by dou P of dou G by dou T at P. Now we will substituting this value and this value. Then we got as dou by dou T of V at P is equals to dou by dou P of minus S at P. So therefore, at T. So therefore, dou V by dou T at P is equals to minus dou S by dou P at T. So this is called as the Maxwell fourth relation, or dou T by dou V at P is equals to minus dou P by dou S at T. So this is also called as the Maxwell fourth relation. So in this class we will deriving the thermodynamic potentials as well as the Maxwell relations. Thank you very much.